After weeks of anticipation and speculation about this masked anonymous new band called President, they have finally taken the stage for the first time this weekend at Download Fest. Their first show at a major festival, and only 2 songs having been released. They've already been on a magazine cover. The rise has been significant. One of the top comments on the last video that I did talking about this band were people speculating about whether or not this band is an industry plant, whether or not the buzz or the hype around this band is inauthentic or something like that. And I think what we're seeing right now in rock music in the wake of a band like Sleep Token having this rapid rise is a lot of younger fans, a lot of new fans are really enjoying the theatricality that we saw kind of with bands like Slipknot, Mushroom Head, Mudvayne, and Gwar, and all of these kind of pioneering bands. Even before that, you had bands like Kiss, you have bands like Ghost. And so you have this theatrical element that is really taking a strong foothold in rock music right now. And I can definitely say this band has certainly created a lot of conversation. Whether you love them, whether you hate them, everything in between, this band President has a lot of buzz around them. Now, it is not the type of crazy buzz at this point that we saw with a band like Sleep Token over the last couple of years from 2023. Take Me Back to Eden. The Summoning just skyrocketing into arenas and fast-selling tours. And even seeing Sleep Token over the weekend headlining at Download Fest is truly incredible. The new album, Even in Arcadia, is doing phenomenally well. So to see another mass theatrical band that doesn't look the same, I don't think they really sound the same either. Really what it comes down to, like with anything with music, as I have said before, it just comes down to what you want to listen to. A lot of people seem like they want to listen to President. A lot of people seem like they want to listen to Sleep Token. I am definitely a fan of Sleep Token. President, only a couple of songs out so far, so I'm kind of deciding what I like. I want to hear more music. I'm really looking forward to that. But I will say this. I thought it was an interesting swerve in that video that they just put out for Fearless, where at the very end, after all this talk of who the vocalist is of President, who is it? We think we know who it is. Is this who it is? And then at the very end, you have that swerve with the unmasking. And then you can see there, it is not who they were rumoring it to be. But at the same time, tons of fans coming out saying this is an intentional, obvious fake out. And all of this, of course, just creates more conversation about this band President. So here we are now, 2 songs out from this band making their debut at Download Fest. A big crowd showed up, and one of my questions was, how many songs are they going to play? They only have 2 tracks out. How is this going to work? So this is what went down with the highly anticipated debut of President at Download Fest. The mysterious new band President has finally played their first ever live show, taking the Dogtooth stage at the Download Festival in the UK. Now, for a band that has built up a big amount of hype without anyone really knowing who they are, this was the moment everyone was waiting for. The band hit the stage during the afternoon at the festival with the new vocalist in a suit and the now signature President mask. The rest of the band, as his cabinet, were all dressed in black with pink armbands. Now, it's a very distinct look and definitely got fans' attention. They launched into a 5-song set list that was really the world's introduction to this band. Hearing them live for the first time, the crowd that gathered seemed to be big, an impressive feat for a band with only 2 songs out. And they've already sold out their first headlining show, which is taking place in July. They played their first 2 singles, In the Name of the Father and Fearless, with a lot of the crowd seeming to know the words already, but they also debuted 3 brand new unreleased songs. The full set list included Fearless, a new song called Dionysus, another one called Rage, a third one titled Destroy Me, and the last, of course, with In the Name of the Father. As you expect, as soon as the set ended, there were clips on social media. People who were there were quick to upload footage from the inaugural rally, as the band calls their shows. Of course, everybody wants to see this, those who couldn't be at Download Festival. The biggest question still hanging over the band is, what comes next for this band? Even though they did a supposed face reveal in that new music video, most fans are convinced it was just a misdirection intended to keep that mystery going. Now, their live debut hasn't confirmed anything, and the speculation is only getting more intense as the band continues to grow. Now, President's next move is their first ever headlining show already sold out, happening on July 30th at the Garage in London. It's pretty impressive to see them having that turnout at Download Festival, and then next up you have them with their own already sold out headline gig. We'll see what that looks like, but it's cool to see a rock band getting the type of buzz they are right out of the gate. Seems like there's a lot of fans really getting into rock right now in the younger generation. That is really great to see. Even if you don't like a band like President, even if you don't like a band like Sleep Token, it's a special thing to see what they're doing. You want that. They can take other bands out that you like as opening acts to these big shows and ultimately introducing new fans to the genre. So your favorite bands will benefit from this type of buzz in the genre as well. So exciting stuff. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And of course, shout out to the Feed fam. Got them up on the screen. Join at the link in the description. I appreciate you all.